Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Alright, I know, Gamey Daddy with another Division video. He's not gonna give up on this game now, is he? Well, like the game, still playing it. I play other games, like I've said many times. You can check out my second channel if you want to see what I do over there. Hit the subscribe button while you're there anyways. It'll really help me on that project that I'm doing over there. But regarding today's video, I think it's time that we probably discuss about specializations, because I feel like since they added the new aspect to the specialization tree where you can actually use whatever weapon class you want, save some specific perks to some specializations that are now more specialized in a sense. Like let's look at the Sharpshooter. They took away all the headshot damage that you could get with whichever weapon you were using, and now that's only exclusive to rifles and marksman rifles, which I think is actually pretty good. I think it was in a good place after the change. Initially just made everybody who wanted weapon damage just running for more stability, but you can also get stability with your other weapons. P416 is so stable, and even when the patch comes out, if they don't change anything regarding stability on the P416, it's still going to remain one of the better weapons in the game. And even the ACR is also like a lightning beam in itself. It can just hit its target with precision. And so now that the specializations are, are where they are, I think they're in a decent place, but they don't seem to make too much of an impact when it comes to gameplay. Now, I understand that they're centered around the specialization weapon itself, and they do have perks that allow for other builds and will now receive all these different aspects of the game in terms of brand sets, and it's going to give more diversity. And I can't help but think, how is it possible that, or I'm asking the question, is it possible that the developers can start adding to the specialization trees every time we receive an update to be something that is much more interesting and much more specific to what the specialization is already representing as we're going further down the game? Because more specializations are promised to be released as we're going on, and we're going to be seeing a few cool things in that sense. And I'm just of the mind that, like the way the tactical links from back in the day, the Division 1 had these three different they're not necessarily specializations, they were just different things in the game that you could activate, and it would change the course of the game for your entire team or for you. In the sense of the medical, you had the survival link, you had the tactical link, and then you had the other one. Did I say medical for survival link? I meant tech for survival link, the blue, the green, and the yellow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go install the Division 1 and then finish up your skill tree. It's a very interesting game. You'll love it. If you enjoy the Division 2 and that's your first time you're playing a Division game, you're going to enjoy the Division 1. You're going to enjoy the leveling up process. You can jump in our Discord and ask people if they want to play the Division 1, or you can jump in Afflicted Gamers Discord. There are a lot of people who run survival and stuff with him as well. So shameless plug for my buddy. I don't care. Hit him up if you need to. He'll run the Division 1 with you or somebody in the community over there, and you'll be able to learn kind of the origins and the basis of the Division game. But how is it possible that the developers, or is it a possibility? I don't know why I keep asking how is it possible. Is it a possibility that we can start seeing the specialization weapons gain more perks that make them game changers? Now, there are aspects of the game where some specializations do provide game changers. Like example, in the raid. I said the R word. The raid where you get to Razorback, and many times it's something in the sense that if you guys really want to, well, not always, but if you want to kind of shorten the time you're spending dealing with the Razorback, it's nice to have the the survivalist specialization with the crossbow and do that damage on the the little control system in there. And then for other people who may have perhaps the Sharpshooter specialization, can use their TAC 50 to hit the boss, and that does a lot more damage. So in those cases, you see some really cool stuff happening there, and they do make for specific game changers in the raid. Now, looking at the rest of the gameplay, looking at the overall game, how is it possible for us to be able to enjoy more of these specializations in terms of missions, in terms of mission structure, in terms of the next raid, in terms of all other things that the game has to offer? I genuinely think adding more perks to them, making them much more interesting, much more defined, much more in depth will be something that makes each specialization much more unique as we go. And I don't think the developers should shy away from making a specialization built for a specific class. I think they try to shy away too far from the class system, and the game seems to be losing some of its RPG identity, which it is an RPG shooter. And so that's just pretty much my thinking. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, when the PTS came out, and I didn't make a video for this, which I apologize, you can now respec a specific option in your specialization tree. You don't have to, delete all your specs that you've already done and then go back and respec everything. You can just take that section and, unspec and then respec to whatever it is you want with your specialization point. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I just, I'm thinking about this. I looked at my specialization. I have 15 bonus specialization points that I'm not using for anything, and if the developers want to create an avenue for us to continue to farm, they can start increasing more perks on these specializations so that we can start exploring them and seeing what they're about. And then if there's something that's perhaps broken, then they can make tweaks and whatever, but hopefully they test it before they release it so that they don't say, oh, it's broken, and then nerf or something like that. But that's what I wanted to just discuss. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you think specializations can use a little touch up, it's not an overhaul. I'm not asking for an overhaul, but just something to keep the game in an interesting part as well. All right. This video is way longer than I wanted it to be. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.